Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So just saw this tweet by GBP-XRP, that's at GBPXRP. Venezuela is adopting Bitcoin as a national currency. Not exactly, but kind of along those lines. He tagged me in this video and he said, watch the Modern Investors video on this, and so I did. I do recommend you guys watch this video here. If you have not, by the Modern Investor, he does go into it specifically, but I'm going to cover something else, just kind of putting some pieces together with regards to this news. The fact that cryptocurrency just happened to shoot up, it seems, as soon as this news came out, and the possible spur of another cryptocurrency bull run. So let's talk about this for a second here. I looked up the news here. Venezuelan government launches crypto remittance service. So the government of Venezuela has begun offering a cryptocurrency remittance service. Remittances can be sent using two types of cryptocurrencies. The service was launched by the Superintendency of Crypto Assets and Related Activities, the country's main crypto regulator, which has also set a monthly limit and commission per transaction. Whoa. Hang on a minute. How is it that the government is regulating people's cryptocurrency transactions? Now, I don't know what the laws are in Venezuela, so maybe there is a regulatory body that censors the internet and only allows access to certain websites, something like they have in China or other countries with strict government intervention. Because crypto is something that anybody should be able to transmit freely in and amongst themselves. It shouldn't matter how much you have, how much you want to send. And so this is a very interesting, it's the Venezuelan government's way in order to regulate the people of their country, how they're able to transact. If you guys don't know this already, Venezuela is in a bit of a financial crisis, to put it lightly. They are experiencing hyperinflation with their currency, and basically it's worthless. You see people going around town with wheelbarrows of money just to buy, small items because their currency has inflated so much. So this is a problem, and now the government is saying that cryptocurrencies can be used to send remittances. And they're saying that the country will only accept Bitcoin and Litecoin, and they're trying to do this through their own system, the Patria remittance service, I suppose. So this is all government run. This is the government's attempt at trying to control their people once again, trying to make sure that their people's money goes through the proper channels that they want them to go through. You've got to think a country's in big trouble when they are telling their people to use cryptocurrencies as the most viable option to send remittances. So that's one part of this. If you look back here, this was back from February 14th, which coincidentally Bearable Guy predicted. I don't think this is related. Nevertheless, I find this interesting. Bitcoin trading in crisis-stricken Venezuela has just hit an all-time high. From a couple of weeks ago. So the amount of Bitcoin traded in crisis-stricken Venezuela has exploded to reach an all-time high. In the last week, the amount of Bitcoin traded in the oil-rich but cash-poor country has soared by 30% to 2,454 Bitcoins. So they showed a graph here, and this is the weekly local Bitcoin volumes to the Venezuelan bolivar, and that is their currency that they use. And so this lineup here represents the week of February 9th, 2019, okay? And so each bar represents a week. So over here, we're in November, okay, December, January, and then February, and you can just see the spike in Bitcoin transactions happening in Venezuela. Now, the government mentions this crypto remittance program for Bitcoin and Litecoin, and now we're starting to see the market pick up. After I did my video this morning, the market was still stagnant. I remember that because I was looking at the chart with you guys. We were going through the video, and this was only a few hours ago. Now we're seeing a bit of a pickup, okay? XRP on the move. I did my video from this morning, and the chart was roughly around here-ish, okay? At that time, I'm just looking at the time down there when I did the video. And then after I posted the video, we just saw a huge spike up. This is XRP on a 5-minute time frame, okay? Let's look at Bitcoin just to compare BTC, and it's all the same, guys. Look at this. So all of a sudden, the market's picking up. We saw a bit of a correction here, and now we're starting to form a new high, possibly, and it's all good. Let's take a look at Litecoin on the 5-minute, and I'm just using the 5-minute time frame here just to kind of give you guys a sense of how fast this is happening. So again, Litecoin, I finished my video and uploaded it around here, and then boom, Litecoin and Bitcoin particularly surging, right? Look at Litecoin up 12.48%. I have a feeling too that that's because of the price, right? at lower price points, you're going to see these coins like Litecoin start to go higher quicker. And so there's a few issues here, right? The government trying to control their people, trying to get them to make transactions through their own system. Again, I don't really know what the rules are in Venezuela, so maybe this is the only way for people to be able to transact. If they have a censored internet, if they in fact do have a censored internet policy, I'm not sure. Maybe if somebody knows or has been to Venezuela can mention in the comments. But guys, you know what this all reminds me of? I have to keep going back to this. It reminds me of the Bitcoin bonanza we saw in Cyprus when there was a run on the banks. And again, this article back from April 2nd, 2013. Bitcoin bonanza, Cyprus crisis boosts the digital dollars, and it basically just talks about how people were buying up Bitcoin in a time of crisis when they couldn't get their money out of the banks. They were losing faith in their government, and so what were they doing? They were turning to cryptocurrency. At that time, Bitcoin. And so guys, what did that do for the price of Bitcoin at the time? It's a very similar situation. Well, here's the chart for Bitcoin on a weekly. And when that article was written back in, so it was written originally on March 27th and then updated again a few days later on the 2nd of April 2013, we saw Bitcoin. This is the week. So this chart shows Bitcoin on a weekly, and this is the week of April 1st, 2013. We saw a spike here for Bitcoin. It went up and then came down. And then guys, what happened after that? It didn't seem like much was happening for about 6 months. And then 6 months later, in October 2013, boom, a huge explosion for Bitcoin, going from roughly $120, $100 roughly, all the way up to $1,175. One of the very first huge runs for Bitcoin that we had seen to that point. And so guys, does this Venezuelan crisis have the same earmarks as the Cyprus crisis had in 2013? I'm not saying it is for sure, but it's really, really difficult for me to ignore these kinds of developments. And I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.